All right, everybody. Hey, what y'all been doing? What y'all been getting into? All right, just got home. Uh-oh, a little bit later than I expected. So I was trying to catch the time, and the date before it changed at 12 a.m. But this is still going to be the start of your 11/11 reading. Okay, November 2024. Hope everybody is well. So the reason I haven't been on is because it's just too much up and down energy. Okay, too much up and down energy, and I didn't really want, because this is a collective reading, so I really didn't want that energy to be all over the place. Okay, coming out in the reading. Okay, so I just wasted that stuff all over my pants. But anyway, I hope everybody is well. Um, we really do have a lot to talk about, but I'm not gonna get into all that this evening. I will be back tomorrow to pick up for your readings, okay? For people who do not know, I practice sidereal on this channel, not tropical western or astrology. Um, so the sun is still in Libra until November the 15th, which is like a couple of more days, and then for my channel, it will switch over to Scorpio. So in other words, if you're Western astrology, then I guess y'all saying y'all already in Scorpio season. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Um, I know everybody is still, maybe upset and a whole bunch of stuff going on. And hey, Miss Linda. And I was really trying to let a lot of that energy to die down, but it's not. I believe the reading the other day it came out that it won't really change until Mars goes into Cancer, sidereal, Vedic sidereal, and that won't be to the end of November, going into the first week of December. Like November the 30th up until December the 6th. Because Mars is in Gemini, which is third house of communication. So all of the bitterness, the angry outbursts, the cussing people out, saying those, bad words. I've been seeing so many clips that people were saying, I hope you unalive yourself. I hope you go to jail. Don't ask me for nothing. I'm not finna be in a relationship. I'm finna move out of this country, out of this state. And it's kind of like, where is all that coming from? So it's kind of also showing you um, how the veil is not about the person who sparked it. That's what I keep wanting y'all to understand. Okay. Hey, Stagner. You said it did notify me, but not. Oh, um, like I said, I don't want you to get caught up in who and what sparked this. The whole point is that as a human race, and this is what we have built in us, but people begin to forget it. They get so tied up in this earthly realm about what they can buy, what they can wear, where they live at, how much money, and a lot. You just really realize how many people are not doing their spiritual work. They're not doing their ascension, they're not doing their shadow work, and it's really very prevalent. It's really coming out, you know. Um for the people who have been very calm and you know um doing at least some of their shadow work, you may be pissed off, you may be mad, but you're not doing no outbursts. You're not trying to fight anybody. I've seen people getting kicked off the plane. The captain said you gotta go, okay, because you causing a ruckus, all because you cuss somebody out about who they voted for. And it's kind of like it's too much. But again, you can also see what people needs their awakening. You get what I'm saying? So it's not about the messenger, at the end of the day, who sparked all of this, who sparked all these feelings and emotions. It's about the underlying issue within each one of us. Okay. So a lot of these people have not been showing hatred. They haven't been showing bigotry. They haven't been showing, anger and resentment. All of that is the root chakra. And we've been talking about that for the past couple of months. But some of y'all, it went over your head, right? Y'all know my readings are foresight, and it's been coming out. It's been coming out a day before or 2 days before the selection process. We kept seeing the devil card over here to come out with a reverse magician. Whether people want to believe it or not, we all are manipulated by something in this reality. Okay? Whether it's by another person in a relationship, in a marriage, on our jobs. Half of y'all really think that y'all jobs really care about y'all. They don't care nothing about y'all. They care about you doing what you need to do to make whoever owned that business more money. That's it. Okay? Now, yes, we have supervisors and managers and stuff like that you may get close to and have a friendship with. But the overall, that CEO, that CFO, all those people in the human resource department, they don't care nothing about you. They don't. You just another number, okay, in a digital file. Your neighbors, they don't care nothing about you. Enough to get in your business, have you telling all your personal business, what's going on in your home, enough where they can get on the phone and talk to their friends and tell them everything that you got going on in your house. It's the same old cycle. Okay? So I just don't really understand why a lot of people feel that the government give a darn about you. They don't. If we didn't, we wouldn't have social security numbers, which we are what? Separate entities. Okay? Um, but like I said, all everything needs a shift, needs a change. It's happening. It's not about the situation that sparked it. It's just that it needs to happen. It's that time. And see how the timing of it happened when Saturn goes direct the day before. But all these months since June, when Saturn was retrograde, what did I keep saying? Unfinished business. Things that were supposed to happen in the past have been coming up to the surface. People are being found out. People's aggressions and their underlying issues within them is coming to the surface, right? All type of stuff. And it ain't over. It's not. So, y'all had a message to come through late last night, and next time I probably need to write it down. But they wanted me to pull the Fool card, the Reverse Magician, and the Mr. Bow or Mr. Diablo. They wanted me to pull those cards and re-clarify, to reiterate what we've been talking about. And people are forgetting that we are spiritual beings. That's what we all have in common. Yes, we are different shades, colors, races, religions, all that type of stuff. But the likeness of the in likeness of the ultimate. And I know we have different religions, okay? But one thing we do have in common that nobody can't take from us is that we all have a spirit soul within this shell of a body. Okay? There's one thing we all have in common. And that common denominator is about your ascension. Some people are realizing within what they need to do. because only each person can check their own feelings and emotions. Nobody is coming to save you, okay? Nobody is coming to um love. Needing to listen. And it's a, this is a big huge reason of why all these people are on social media just ranting and ranting and ranting and just trying to get all that stuff that has been buried down deep inside of them, trying to play it off. Oh no, I'm not racist. No, I'm not this, I'm not that. Cutting off their hair and doing all this, the very opposite of self-love, really detrimenting their self, harming their self, going in the total opposite way of self-love. And remember that that card did come out. It did come out. But y'all think I just be rambling. But are you really replaying the videos and really listening to what I'm saying? Looking at the cards, they've been telling us, okay? Um, it's been showing, it been coming out in the reading, but ain't nobody been paying attention. Ain't nobody been paying attention. Okay. You said you never satisfied. Illumination. Love is gonna light the way. But ain't nobody trying to share their heart. Not these 15, 20 states that are still blue according to society. Okay. And that they're the only ones that are. And I'm not talking about the selection itself. I'm talking about in their frame of mind and that the way they're thinking. Whether the red is right or whether the red side is wrong. That's not even the point. The point I'm making for you to understand the illumination, the aha moment, the wisdom, the clarity. Okay? That some of these people are not trying to have self realizations or even to have an open, sharing heart to have a decent conversation because they only want to feel that they're right. And that's it. And then they shut down and then they lash out. Then they'll cuss you out, you know? I mean, it's even coming out allegedly, right? In the news now. Most of them are still lying. Some of them are truthful, but this is a alleged, okay? But it's been brought out into the news the past couple of days about FEMA, right? During the hurricanes, and they was going down to Florida to go door to door or whatever to meet people for help. And one of the supervisors or directors allegedly was like, if they got a red Republic sign in their yard, don't give them any help. Only go to the blue side or people who representing blue. What kind of mess is that? Is that human? Is that human kindness? Is that love? Is that sharing the heart? To love another is the ultimate experience of grace. Something that happened allegedly, whether it was through weather experimentation, weather machines allegedly, or whether it was Mother Nature that caused the hurricane and the floods. It don't matter. People had lost everything that they had worked most of their life for, and because of somebody's personal detriment, they wanted to pick and choose who would get help based on a political view. And then you wonder why humankind or mankind is the way that we are. Who gives that person the right to pick and choose because somebody wants to choose one way based on their particular household? Like, that person don't live with those people. You're not married to that person. You don't have a child with that person. So I can't get help because you want me to run my household the way that you feel I should. Oh, because you're the person that decides everything. You're the person that's only right in this situation. Very close minded, a form of hatred. But you know what is also called? A veil. And this is why I chose these cards today. It's because before I went to sleep, going into my deep meditation, I kept seeing the veil card in this deck. It's time for a new vision. It's time for a new quest. If you look back on your own life and your journey, where you were living at one point of time, who you had was married to, did you have any children or didn't you? Um, where have you all traveled before? What type of life lessons you went through? What did you learn from that? You know, have you gotten better inside of your heart and in your mind and with shadow work, or have you gotten worser from the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years, just depending on your age? Look back on your quest and see how you have and how far you have came. I know I changed a lot because I was a young 20, 30-year old that was very, very aggressive. But only when somebody played with my heart. I wasn't going around being a bully or nothing like that or just mean for no reason. But I did notice the transformations I had when I assumed I was in love in my 20s and my 30s versus now, right? So I understand those lessons. I now look back and see why things happen, the way that they did. Um, but you brought them there. You said you brought them to Florida. I was really hoping that the veil card would present itself. But the illumination or the sun card is here, where that believe in the power of grace. When you least expect it, a new door will open, and that light of grace will illuminate your next step. Now, what do you particularly feel is that door that is going to open for you? What do you feel that that door is that is going to open for all of us as a collective? Okay? Because once that door open, bam, there's that new quest to accomplish, to start, you know? For some of you it may have started already, so to complete. How long will that quest be? It's going to be different for everybody because we're all different ages. Who and what that new quest will be with, we don't know because we don't know the future. You may sit here right here and now like, okay, I hate love, I hate marriage, I don't want anybody in my life, I'm just going to stay in my house, stay to myself, isolate myself, and never love again, never go out, never meet anybody, and I'm just going to hibernate myself until whenever, right? Some of you, this can be a door of education, job training, a sense of graduating. So now some of you are going into that line or that field of work. For some of you, it can be your first child, first pregnancy. Some of you, it can be retirement, that you're finally going into that age bracket. For some of you, it can be, like I said, a new job or a switch of a genre into another type of job. It can be meeting somebody new, starting out as friends, because some of you have decided to be single on purpose. And you said, when that vision comes to me, when it's time to start that quest, I'm going to wait for that illumination to be given to me, that wisdom, that clarity, to let me see if this is the person that I want to come out of singlehood for. Nobody is forcing you, okay? But like I said, everybody's new quest is going to be different. hmm And also, as a country, as a nation, we have to have a new vision, okay? Not for most of us, but for our younger generation. We have to and I feel a lot of people are being very selfish right now with all these outbursts and all this stuff, because it's not just about you. We're supposed to be setting these new foundations and putting all this stuff into effect for the people who are 10, 15, 20 years younger than us, especially if you're 50 and up. Okay? So that radical thinking and the old way and old stuff is not going to work for somebody who is 12 going on 18. They're not going to be with it. They're not going to understand it. It's not going to be their vision and their quest. So I just really feel that a lot of these older people right now are so stuck in their ways that they only want to see their way is the right way for every generation that comes up after them. When they're damn near 70, 80, 90 years old, how is that going to help my daughter who's 16? Something that an 80-year-old is trying to make into a law and effect when technology wasn't even doing anything when that person was around their age. It wasn't even really here. Now I do believe technology um was in ancient times or older times, okay? It just got buried, you know, a sense of separation from our time period for a purpose and for a reason, because us as humans needed to dig it back up and to reinvent it. Everything is a sense of a vision and a quest to be redone, remade for the time period that you're living in. Okay? Because in BC, AD, there were no malls, right? There were no highways. It was mostly either air, allegedly, or sand or dirt, right? So now we got mostly what? Concrete, steel buildings, all type of stuff. But they didn't have that in AD, BC. You get what I'm saying? But it was shelter. So everything is like a remake, a cycle, Saturn. Okay? Harmony. Change in the frequency and vibration. Because nobody, see there, you see what I'm saying? Ancestors, generation. I know when what the message is and why. But it's just about I can only do what I can only do. Um, and it's for you, each individual person, to figure it out, to get the wisdom and the clarity from it, and to understand it with your third eye. And quit taking everything with your regular two eyes to the heart. Because that's only this materialism, this is only this realm. When you see things with your heart chakra and with your wisdom, your clarity, and your third eye, you wouldn't be getting so upset, because whoever is going to be in a certain office and to be a ruler over a nation, that don't have anything to do with your relationship to the most high. That should not affect what you got going on. Um because you should still be in your own power. I don't know why people are. It's all about the fear, okay? And that's what you're seeing. It's fear. It's fear based because of the unknown. What if this is gonna happen? What is this? And I'll show you real quickly, cause you can see it. Okay, that's why we kept getting the Devil card to come out. Straight fear. What does that say? You can't see it. but it is the root chakra. Okay. And you go over here and it says a victim, anger, right? Lacking energy, fear. My paper is old. Life is a burden, dependent on other people, addictions or addictive, ungrounded, right? But when that root chakra starts to heal, you start to have that sense of stability. You feel more secure. Your patience is back. You're back to being self sufficient. You're following your instinct. You're having that courage, right? You're doing your regular everyday survival skills because every time you walk out that door, you're you're in survival mode, okay? Because you're walking out into the unknown around other people you don't know, and all of our goal is to get home safely, right? So every day we have to live in a survival mode. Skills, nurturing, strength, stamina, responsibility, for self-service, connection to nature, grounded, healthy lifestyle. So if you're really lacking any of those, a strengthened root chakra, and some of those you're the opposite of it, then yeah, you need to strengthen more of your root chakra. You may not be totally fearful, like some of these people are coming across because they have been so addictive to the veil. And now that that veil has been shattered, they don't know what to do, how to think, what to think. They're fearful, they're angry, you know, they have resentment, they feel like they're not going to survive. Oh, I'm ready to move out of the country. And it's kind of like you wasn't feeling like that last week, you know? So anytime a veil falls from our regular two eyes, we can get fearful, you know? And our survival mode would kick in, but it can kick into overdrive. And I feel that that's what a lot of that energy is right now. But it's saying, we have to experience more love, share love, even though some people are showing and being the opposite. Okay. Somebody here, for some of y'all, love will begin to illuminate. Somebody likes you. Somebody may want or is trying to fall in love with you. It can be a new person with this vision quest here. Um, Lead. hmm Some people ain't even giving a person or people chance to lead and to be correct or to be right. You know, it's kind of like because I'm fearful, I already know that you're not gonna be right or be right for me or be right in the situation. So I want you gone. Now, that can be in any way in your life. That can be a new person that you have met. That can be a ex wanting to come back to you to start something new. That can be you doing this and saying this to your own self. But again, like I said, this is not a personal reading, this is a collective. So it's time for us to lead our own life, okay? And to lead more with love. And the more that we do that, more doors will be illuminated to have for us. The portal door today, 1111. Things will continue to illuminate to show you the way, what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and even with the lead card here, to take initiative. Okay? You don't have to continue to try and wait on people to be the leader in your life. That's your job. Mhm. Okay? All right. Observe. Mm. It tried to come out in concern energy, like observation or more observation is needed, or you don't need, or you're not really looking or seeing what to do or where to go because you're waiting on that door to be illuminated, when to take a step. Um, but like I said, the door just opened today. So you will have a new situation in your life to begin. And again, that's going to be different for everybody, right? Will you pay attention to that door? For some of you, it could be a new person in your life, a new dating scenario. It can be, I want to go into entrepreneurship. I want to start something new. I want to invest in stocks now. I want to get interested in that. It's all type of doors. It's all type of things for you to observe, to pay attention to look at, to understand. Um, it's only your job to get information to better yourself. Okay? It's not very much dependent on other people to make you smart or smarter, more intelligent. That's a personal thing. That is your job. Okay? You see all these lead cards that's coming out, and you see the illumination there. hmm Some of you, it's so confusing with the feelings and emotions and the thoughts and the rhetoric, the back and forth and he say, she say, and all this, all that. Tune it off. Tune it out. Don't look at it. Don't pay no attention to it. Okay? Because what's happening is you can be led the wrong way again. And I believe the Blue Party has been in the lead 12 out of 16 years. Okay? So was that out of habit, or was it really the right way? Same thing with a marriage or a relationship. It's time for you to take the lead, or you will be taking a lead. For some of you, this is somebody new that needs to have a little bit. They're trying to observe you. If this is somebody new, to come in to take the lead, far as how can you say it, to implement dates, to stand up, to be stronger, to be wiser, um, to say what they mean. You know, I always tell you, say what you mean and mean what you say, and don't take it back, because that's what leaders do. Leaders don't fumble, they don't frolic, they don't stutter. Okay, if you say no, mean no. Um, Such as, I don't want to go that way. I don't want to do that, and being more observant to the fact. Now, this can be very specific for a lot of you. I'm sure it will be. It can be a lead offer on your job. Okay? Shift lead, supervisor, manager, whatever the case may be. Somebody also on your job can be observing you on and off to see if to put you in a lead position. And this could be anywhere around the world. Okay? And also, like I said, the same thing, because some of you may be waiting on this person to take the lead, especially if you're a divine feminine and you like masculines as a relationship. um you could be like, well, I'm a leader anyway. You could be saying that to yourself, but you're trying to sit back, take it easy, divine feminines, being in your empress energy, and be like, okay, are they gonna say something? Are they gonna do something? Are they gonna take the lead? Are they gonna be a true masculine, and say, hey, be ready at 7:15. I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna go to dinner. We're gonna blah blah blah. That's a true masculine, in his Mars energy, taking the lead, instead of saying as a masculine, oh, where you want to eat at? I don't know. I don't know where nothing at. Once you pick the place. And then the divine feminine sees or wants to see leadership in masculines. This is again, like I said, the huge shift that is happening across the map. Okay, that divine feminist, the Empress card, wants that old fashioned type of love. Now, we may have been in a fad where that, of course, divine feminines are very strong. A lot of them are leaders, but they don't be that when they're the wife at home. When they're in their household and they're in a marriage, actually, most of the Empress's energy, they allow the masculine in the house to be the lead. Now, they may talk a different talk on social media and say all of that, but no, because what happens is that you'll have a clash with the Empress energy and with the Emperor. And if you're with the true Emperor, that Emperor will always be in the lead. Hmm. They will. And I'm not talking about telling people what to do and being harsh and all of that. I'm talking about that old fashioned your grandmama, grandpapa love. Okay? Where your grandpapa is 75 years old, 80, and he still opens the car door for your great grandmama or your grandmama. Hmm. That old fashioned type of love. And this is what it was really showing across the map, that that's what people still want for their children, because that is, the the emperor will always pick as a Mars energy their mate. That's how they are naturally occurred to do, and they will take the lead when they're ready to take the lead to choose their mate. It don't matter what the divine feminine or whatever does, say, wear, don't say, don't do. When that masculine has been illuminated to take the lead for something, they go after it. Mars energy. Okay. Nurture in reverse. All right, so I'm gonna quickly just throw out this tarot. I feel that this is the portal door that is starting, which is clarity of belief. Okay, so it's gonna be like, okay, what do you believe? What do you want? Um, is there or will there be a change in your particular belief? It may. It may not. Some of you may also want to know from this other person more clarity on their beliefs, okay, about you, how they feel about you, um, why they're not really saying anything. Are they really paying attention to you? Waiting on them to take the lead or to say something. Or, this can be vice versa, where maybe you're not very observant right now. To allow yourself to kind of step back and allow this other person to take the lead. Because we have a lot of divine feminines that are so, um, and I know I'm very guilty of this because I have an Aries moon. So I do like to emotionally take charge and to take effort, whether it's on the job, with coworkers, in my families, dealing with friends. Um, just setting up things prior. And sometimes you have to allow other people to gain their own, okay, that's what it is, to gain their own courage to be that belief and to be that leadership. Okay? Because once they build and have that courage within, and they brought it from the root chakra up to their sacral chakra and to their solar plexus and then over to their heart chakra, then this person will be what you're looking for. Okay? Oh. I didn't cut. All right. Okay. So I already see that somebody is doing a little too much, and one person is not doing enough. You see that? Justice. So that little bitty amount of cards has been now crossed over or needs to cross over for this new vision and this new quest to start. So it's only a little bit left that needs to be, that is like remaining. Okay. Can be in that person's life or your life where some things needs to be cleared up or to be dealt with. And I feel that when that situation happens, yeah, see there are 7 of cups, that this person will be more in the know. They will have their own more clarity. They will be wiser about the situation and about you. Um, and again, same thing about you. Okay. 7 of Cups, you're scared to do or pick the wrong thing again. Some of you also can be daydreaming about love. Still a sense of confusion, a confusement. Yep, moon card. Very emotional. Somebody can still be feeling very torn, whether to reach out to you, say something to you, to take the lead. Hey, LJ, where have you been? Oh my goodness. I haven't seen you in so long. Somebody here also is very confused on how they missed this stardom or celebrityism, or being taken out of the spotlight, not really wanting the spotlight. Somebody is still clueless or emotionally detached. You said, honey, working and not being able to catch you live. Well, I haven't been on in the past couple of days because it's just too much emotion for me. I'm just sitting back watching people cut off their hair and do all type stuff. Like, girl, bye. You ain't do nothing but hurting yourself. Why is you doing it to yourself? Right? All because of what somebody else did. And that can be very dangerous. Just think if you were living with that person or dating that person. Whew, that's why y'all better choose wisely. You know? Yeah, it is so much division when the stars are here to really bring us together for humanity. And it's like, remember, y'all, this ain't nothing new. It always been politics and religion that has divided and will continue to divide all of us as the human race, as mankind, and also this world, nations, and countries. Ain't nothing changed. I don't know why people are so shocked and flabbergasted. Like, it ain't nothing new. This goes all the way back to the Romans, you know, even in tribal ancestry. When you got 2 tribes in the middle of the rainforest, they got one over here, one over there, and you better not cross this line, or I'm gonna shoot a bow and arrow at you because you're over in our territory. It ain't nothing new. But each individual tribe, right? They had their own leader. They had their own shaman, their religious or spiritual leader that they would go to for wisdom, belief, clarity. What's the word from my ancestor? Should I marry this chick? They would go and ask the shaman, the ancient one, the wisdom, the oracleist. So what I'm doing is no different than what the shaman, the tribal clique, would go ask the shaman, which is the oracleist, of what they should do. What do they see in the stars? What does the stars alignment says? Should we move? Is it time to start a new vision? When is the full moon coming? You know, this ain't nothing new, but people are just, I don't know. We are so off kilter, it's ridiculous. We are so off kilter, it's ridiculous. Because as you can see, trying to reach for that healing, that illumination. Um, I need a new vision. It's time for me to do something else about myself, about my life. It's time for me to go another path. Like I said, I used to be blue, you know, but this time I went red. That don't mean in the next 4 years I can't go back blue. That's what you do when you vote or when you cast, choose your vote. It's for the people that are before you, A or B or A, B, C. You choose, right? That doesn't mean that you have to be that or choose that again the next 4 years. It's the same thing. I back in the day I had voted for Bernie Sanders. A lot of people didn't really want to give him a chance, but Bernie Sanders is very, very smart. But they didn't want to listen to him. They wanted to go with the most popular vote, you know, because being popular is everything. But that don't mean it's right. It means you got the most likes. Okay? All right. Because the star card here is in reverse. Somebody's not liking a certain person in the limelight. They're confused. Seven of Cups. They're emotional. The moon. The truth is coming. Saturn went direct. It's a yes for a conversation. It's a yes to some people's passport, visas, whatever the case may be. An interview. Some of you, let me see, because some of y'all may not get this interview or job. Let me see. Hold on. This particular interview for some of y'all that's going after, it may not be meant for you. Okay? Let me see. Well, meeting somebody new. So it's a yes for somebody who gonna be dating. But I was asking about somebody's job. Hold on. Finances. Mind on the money. The future of finances. Clarify that. If you may be dating somebody who is scared of being better or scared to reach for the stars or to try something new, they're holding their own self back. Whether this is entrepreneurship, maybe they want to stay working for somebody, working for a company, and they won't go after their own dreams. And, for some of you, you may have a conversation with this person. This can be you also. But what's here now that some of this belief and clarity that will be coming to you, the Ace of Swords, is about your finances. Okay? Money, mind on your money. Not about worried about what's going on at so and so, and all that shouldn't be stopping your own quest, your own vision. Because the world is going to continue to keep worlding and moving on and doing what it's going to do, regardless. Right? Give me something about a job, though. Somebody will ask you out on a date. Love signs don't understand the meaning. Be very careful. Somebody, don't be too flashy or too over the top. Save that for like the fourth and the fifth date. Keep it very minimal, okay? Especially if you're going out, stay minimum. don't look too overdressed or too fancy. Um, because some of y'all may scare this person off thinking that they can't afford you or whatever the case may be. Um, but somebody will be starting some type of platonic friendship and or date. You also could be going out with some friends or family, but I feel that this is more of a personal date. I'm trying to find out. Some of y'all don't love the job that you're in. Hell, that ain't nothing new. Who does? Unless you're really doing your own thing, like entrepreneurial, like I'm saying. Somebody's gonna fall in love with you, but they're trying to, or maybe they feel it's very confusing. Like it's not real. Okay. Now the Ace of Cups is totally self love. And your self love is to, it's kind of like this new vision, this new quest. It's all about you now, you know? The hesitating, the putting it off. Some of y'all, this can be a Scorpio. What is that? Freedom, surrender. Yeah, like I said, somebody don't want to leave what they're doing because they're scared of their own success, or they're scared to follow their own dreams. And for some of you, this may turn you off with this new person. Um, because I feel that this person is very smart, but they're gonna have to have a aha moment, an awakening. They may also tell you something on a date, or mention another job, or a job wants to pay them more money. This also can be you. Um, but this person wants to love and care for you and be in your energy around you. But some of you are not quite ready to nurture this person or nurture the situation yet. Hmm. Yeah, fear. I'd be glad like I said, this stuff may get worser because the sun is going into Scorpio November the 15th through December the 15th. And Scorpio 8th house is all about transition, transformation. Then you got Mars that will be in Cancer, and Mars is going to exaggerate emotions even more because you got fire going into water. So the water is going to drown the fire. Okay. Some of you may start to get in your head like, oh, this person don't really like me. They're not showing signs of interest. Um, I don't know if I should move on or should I stay. This also could be how this other person is feeling because some of you are not really giving them very much attention. What's this? This is in reverse. Yeah, bliss, happiness. Somebody here may also self sabotage something. I do feel that this person will have some money to take you out on a date. But I feel that they may go into feeling like they're scared. The moon card to the star card in reverse. They don't know, like, if you would stop talking to them and cut them off altogether. Maybe if they cancel a date. This person may have to travel, or is coming back after travel to see you, and then some of y'all may go out on a date here. But somebody is still unhappy. I don't know what this is. Um, but a person has to choose freedom and surrendering to have love, or to have true love, to be a new quest, a new vision in their life, on their path. You do have the blessing cards here, the rainbow. Some of you may see a rainbow here. If you see a rainbow, this is your ancestors speaking to you, asking you to follow the illumination. Six of Swords, if this is somebody from your past that you have not been talking to, or some of you will move on and you will cut off the situation and not talk to them anymore. But that can be a wavering choice for you right now. But when you do that, that's when this new person will usher or move into your life. Not until, yeah, romance and feelings in reverse. Not until some of you finally let that old energy, feelings, emotions, because somebody ghosted you, they broke it off with you, they act like they didn't want to be in love, they act like they wasn't happy, you know, they were too much in their head, they didn't feel it was going to be successful, they didn't feel like you were the one, vice versa. Some of you didn't even go on a date with this person because they were saying that they didn't have any money. Um, but also date yourself. Take yourself out. Go get a massage, a manicure, pedicure. Go buy yourself something nice, reasonable. Okay, you don't have to break the bank. Take yourself to lunch or early dinner. Um, I love dating myself. Mhm. Yep. Date yourself and treat yourself accordingly on how you would be on a date with somebody else, and set your own, see your standards on when you're dating yourself. Do you put the same limitations, or do you put the same restrictions on yourself that you put on other people when they're trying to date you? It's kind of like a mirroring effect here. Some of y'all are refusing to fall in love. Some of y'all are getting bored and you're ready to move on or will be physically moving. Hook up, one night stand, oh my gosh, an addiction. Unhealthy attachment. And what I've been saying all night, fears. So this is like that same devil energy. Afraid, one night stand, hook up. Some of those people that been claiming, oh, we're gonna banish men, we're not gonna date anymore. Girl, they already done caved in. But they're doing it on purpose though, which they should not do because it's going to backfire and it's going to cause a true addiction to them and in their life. And you don't ever want to do that when the sun is getting ready to go into Scorpio. hmm Now, somebody is afraid to have a one night stand or a hookup with you. Can be also vice versa. If this person is a Scorpio, they will get very much addicted to you, or vice versa. I mean, Scorpios don't necessarily put feelings into one night stands or love relationships until they actually feel and know that that person is the one. But somebody may decide just to have a hookup with no feelings involved. Um, and it's going to be a lot of unhealthy thinking, choices, and attachments that develop after that. So be very careful. I'm going to end it with something here so I can let y'all go. I will be back tomorrow. Either we're going to do a quick all zodiac sign read, or we will start our first Saturn um, reading. It's going to be a part 6, they told me. So we will be doing 6 Saturn readings. Like I said, anxiety, you know, trouble. Somebody also can be getting caught or getting trouble based on them doing a one night stand or a hookup, even though it wasn't about love. And it's because they're doing that or will be doing that because they have addictions. Whether it's not having feelings and emotions as an addiction, one night stands, hookups as an addiction, being addicted. Fears or fear also can be an addicted emotion and feeling. Because some people like to stay in fear and not happiness and not love. Okay. Um, I feel that Mercury also is about to go retrograde. When is that happening? Okay, that's happening November the 25th. And somebody's gonna have to tell the truth and also act physically, emotionally, and with the language of the truth. Okay, and understanding the truth. And when Mercury goes retrograde in Scorpio, that is not the time to manipulate or to coerce, you know, to push somebody into something. Let it resolve itself, let it go naturally. Don't try to force a hookup to make somebody fall in love with you or vice versa, because now is not the time. Because I feel that either one of these people, you, the other person, whatever the case may be, I feel that y'all are supposed to get some type of enlightenment or wisdom or the illumination to your new quest. Okay. And I don't feel that neither one of y'all have them downloads yet. So you don't know where you're going, what you're about to do next, and to interrupt that or to start off something that may become more problems than what it is. Wait until you get your illumination, your download on what door to attach yourself to. Okay? Because some of y'all are still scared to date, to go out. You're still working on your self love. Some of you, you don't want to be romantic. You just want to keep it cordial, which is good. But somebody here is very afraid to hook up because they know that they will become addicted to love and also to, um, or may feel that it may be an unhealthy choice on how it's going or starting. Okay. All right. So that's it for your reading today. You got Virgo where K2 is. Yeah, somebody is very have a strong addiction here. So be very careful with street paraphernalia, over the counter stuff, because when the sun goes into Scorpio, addictions tend to rev up very high. Remember, eighth house of Scorpio is a death house. Okay, literally, eighth and 12th. So when the sun highlights a eighth house of Scorpio, addictions, alcohol, pills, all that type of stuff, it comes to the surface. Overdoses, you know, um, intimate affairs, STIs, STDs, all that type of stuff. It flares up. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I feel like it's going to be a huge wave of addiction. So just be very careful. It may not be you, but it can be like a family member, somebody that you know. It can be a lot of reporting of the news of some type of what you call it? Um, what y'all call that? You know, like something happened, like some type of new street paraphernalia, and it's affecting people, or it's a large mass of people that are addicted and now they're in a hospital or something like that. Okay, I see it here because sixth house of Virgo is health, and then you have addictions, unhealthy attachments. Okay, see there, intimacy and bonding. You don't ever want to try and bond with anybody as an unhealthy attachment, but it can go that way. So don't start up a relationship when the sun is in Scorpio birthday season. Try and start that quest maybe when the sun is in Sag, and that will be December the 15th through January the 15th. Okay? See y'all tomorrow.